Welcome back to Tech Total Access. I'm Kelly Regan.
And I'm Matt Johnson with your Hokie highlights. The men's basketball team faced Miami in Cassell Coliseum on February 19th. Tech Total Access reporter Madeline Merrick was there. Madeline, how'd the men play?
Following an incredible home win game last week against the Pittsburgh Panthers, Cassell Coliseum remains packed once again for another great night of basketball.
The energy of Cassell Coliseum on Wednesday night against Miami was unforgettable as Hokie fans showed their excitement with Enter Sandman. Virginia Tech Hokies were successful on offense in the first half, led by number 4 Naheem Aline and number 23 Tyrese Radford. The Hokies' momentum remained while entering into the second half. Number 3 Beatty played great defense against number 2 Isaiah Wong from Miami. This resulted in the Hokies being up by 9 points near the end of the second half. And not going down without a fight, number 14 PJ Horn battled it out to try to keep the Hokies in the lead. By surprise, Miami tied with the Hokies 3 times, leading to the first 3 overtime game for the Hokies this season. With the result of a tough Hokie loss, the final score was 102-95.
I feel like every game is a statement game, no matter who we're playing. No matter if we're playing the worst team in the conference or the best team in the conference. We don't focus on opponents by their record or by what they do. We just go in, watch film, look at the personnel, and we go out there and compete.
Although the outcome is not what the Hokies had hoped for, they battled it out into the third overtime. I'm Madeline Myrick with Tech Total Access. Now back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Madeline. The men's basketball team returned to Cassell Coliseum February 26th for the Commonwealth Clash, a statewide rivalry between Virginia Tech and University of Virginia. Whichever school accumulates 11 or more points will take home the Virginia 529 Commonwealth Clash trophy, and this game is worth half a point in the Clash. The Cavaliers are already leading this year's Clash. Down on the court, we join Tech Total Access reporter Katie Leeper. Katie, tell us about the game.
Fans have packed the stands tonight in Cassell Coliseum as the Virginia Tech Hokies face UVA for their second rivalry game of the season.
The two first met in Charlottesville January 4th, where UVA held Virginia Tech to its fewest points in the rivalry since 1946. The Cavaliers started off the game strong and quickly pulled ahead as the Hokies struggled to hit the basket. By halftime, the Cavaliers led the Hokies 26-11. The energy in Cassell Coliseum changed during the second half as the Hokies started making shots they'd been missing first half. With 11 seconds left in the game, freshman guard Tyrese Radford tied the game at 53. But point guard Kihei Clark hit a three-pointer with 2 seconds left on the clock, breaking the tie and giving Virginia the 56-53 win at Virginia Tech. 6'3", 205-pound freshman guard Hunter Couture emphasized the importance of starting the game off strong.
First half we got good looks, we just weren't making shots, and so the second half they went down. Hopefully it doesn't have to take us first half to get that going. We can get that started in the first half.
5'10", 170-pound freshman guard Jalen Cone agreed with his teammate.
I think we were getting great looks first half. Like I said, second half shots were just falling. I think if our shots were falling first half, then we might have a different outcome. Who knows? But second half, the ball was rolling our way. We just couldn't pull it out in the end.
Head coach Mike Young doesn't want the team to dwell on this loss, but instead focus on preparing better for future games.
We don't get into feelings around here, all right? We just played a really good, hard basketball game against a very good opponent, and we lost, all right? So we'll take tomorrow off out of necessity, and we'll load it up.
Until next game, I'm Katie Leeper reporting for Tech Total Access. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Katie. The women's basketball team also faced the University of Virginia in Cassell Coliseum. Unlike the men's basketball team, the women defeated the Cavaliers in Charlottesville for the first rivalry game of the season. Tech Total Access reporter Golder Baugh was there. Golder, did the women continue the winning streak?
Hey Hokie fans, today we have the Commonwealth Clash between the Hokies and the Cavaliers. The Hokies are currently 20-6 and are looking forward to another win for their senior night here in Cassell Coliseum. Today is not only the Commonwealth Clash between UVA, but it's also senior day for the women's basketball team. Senior Kendall Brooks and graduate students Tasha Cole and Lydia Rivers were honored for their contribution to the program. During the first quarter, the Cavaliers had an early advantage of a 12-0 run, while in the second quarter, the Cavaliers were able to keep their momentum against the Hokies with a 5-point advantage ending the second quarter. It was not until the third and fourth quarter that the Hokies really started to show what they are capable of doing, especially Asia Shepard, who made an amazing three-pointer to make it to a one-possession game by the end of the third quarter. Overall, Shepherd had 32 points with 8 three-pointers, which for her in her career is her all-time best. But it was not enough to defeat the Cavaliers as the Hokies lost to UVA by 86-76 in Castle Coliseum. The loss for the Hokies takes away a program-best 4-game ACC streak, with the Hokies now with a 20-7 record. The Hokies hope to keep that record as they play Duke next, here in Castle Coliseum. Although it was not a win for the Hokies, a full crowd was in attendance for tonight's game as the Hokies played with a full heart. I'm Golder Bob with Tech Total Access, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Golder. Despite the loss against University of Virginia, fans packed the stands as the men's basketball team took on Clemson February 23rd. Down on the court, we joined Tech Total Access reporter Logan McDonald. Logan, how'd the men play?
Today, the Virginia Tech Hokies take on the Clemson Tigers in their season home finale in a basketball game that attempts to leave a good taste in the Hokie fan base mouth going into next season.
Tonight, the Virginia Tech Hokies took care of business, beating the Clemson Tigers 70-58 in their home finale. However, they started off slow with many turnovers and fouls early and often. Nonetheless, the Virginia Tech Hokies rallied with an all-around effort, with 2 scorers having over 15 points, PJ Horn and Tyrese Radford, and 6 players with 6 or more points. This all-around effort builds chemistry going into next season without any doubt.
It's just that feeling you got inside of us after this big win. I say big win. It's just that we got it. We can hang with people.
It's big. You know,
even though we was on
people always
a 4-game losing streak, coming back with this big win, it was big. By winning this is just, make us walk with our chest, bro. That's good.
Virginia Tech certainly ended the season on a great note with this statement win over Clemson. And with a team full of sophomores and underclassmen, the sky is the limit on the potential for this team going forward.
The potential for this team is the sky. There's no limit because we're willing to get better every day. We never have a problem with each other. We just try to work hard to get better every day.
Without any doubt, the potential for this team is sky high, not only because of their youth, but because of their mindset to consistently grow and better themselves going into next season.
We just got to continue to work and play hard. Try to continue the momentum we have right now and carry it to the next game.
With a blowout, 70-58 win at home to end the season against Clemson. This team is young and they're looking to prove themselves next season going forward. This is Logan McDonald signing off from BT Total Access. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Logan. The Virginia Tech baseball team welcomed the Bryant Bulldogs for its first home weekend series. The Hokies are hoping to extend their 3-game winning streak. Tech Total Access reporter Amber Williams was there. Amber, how did the men continue the winning streak?
Today, the Virginia Tech Hokies took on the Bryant Bulldogs to start the first of a 3-game series. The Hokies dominated the Bryant Bulldogs for their first matchup of the series. Sophomore Kevin Madden hit a home run, the 5th of his career, and his 2nd of the season. This run set a tone for the rest of the game, energizing the Hokies to continue to control the field. This momentum proved to be influential in the outcome for the rest of the matchup. Number 26 marched on home plate in excitement and then celebrated with his teammates who all congratulated him. They were fired up for the rest of the game. Virginia Tech started strong, only allowing the Bulldogs 1 run in the first inning and scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the first. This trend continued as Tech allowed no chance for the Bulldogs to make a comeback. The snow began to fall, but Tech players continued to play well in the field. Some of the players even decided to have a little fun with the flakes. Pitcher Chris Gerard was not deterred by the weather and found his first win of the year, helping propel the Hokies to their 4th win in a row. Brennan Reback stole 3 bases, the most for any Hokies since the 2014 season. The Hokies played a very strong game today with a final score of 15-4 in favor of the Hokies over the Bulldogs. This is Amber Williams signing off for VTTV. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Amber. The baseball team had a short break after the successful tournament before facing Marshall in Blacksburg March 4th. Down on the field, we joined Tech Total Access reporter Kevin Nadel. Kevin, how'd the men play?
Coming off a 3-game sweep of Bryant, the Virginia Tech Hokies take on the Marshall Thundering Herd. Marshall got 1 run off of Virginia Tech starting pitcher Ryan Okuda early in the first inning, but it didn't take long for the Hokies to respond. Second baseman Nick Biddison kicked things off with a leadoff home run in the bottom of the first.
Being a leadoff hitter, I try to be easy. That's what I did. I got a fastball and just let it happen.
Okuda settled into the game his next inning out, striking out the side and not allowing another hit for the next 3 innings.
In the first inning, I just tried to do a little too much with everything, so I just tried to simplify my approach, just throw strikes, keep it pretty simple.
A majority of the damage caused by this Hokies offense came in the fourth, as they added 8 runs to their lead. Marshall starting pitcher Ryan Capuano gave up 5 runs in the inning before being taken out of the game. A key at-bat in the rally came from third baseman Kevin Madden, who hit a 2-run double to extend the lead. Although Marshall finally got to Okuda in the 6th inning and tallied on another 3 runs, the deficit was too much for the Thundering Herd to overcome. They managed to scare the Hokies a bit in the 9th inning as they scored 1 more run, but ultimately left the bases loaded to end the game. The Virginia Tech victory marks their 7th straight win and is certainly adding to their confidence as ACC play is right around the corner. The Hokies use a huge 8-run 4th inning to beat Marshall 10-5. Until next time, I'm Kevin Nadell reporting with Tech Total Access. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Kevin, and that's all we have for your Hokie highlights. Thanks for watching Tech Total Access. I'm Matt Johnson.
And I'm Kelly Regan. We'll keep you updated throughout the week on Instagram at VTTV33.